Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ancient Egypt stands as one of the world's most fascinating and enduring civilizations. We honor it for its remarkable contribution to culture, art, science, and governance. From the construction of the iconic pyramid to the development of writing, the legacy of ancient Egypt continues to inspire and captivate scholars and historians alike. This introduction highlights the civilization for pivotal role in shaping human history and its influence across culture and eras. Two perspectives provide unique into ancient Egypt's contribution. First, conventional perspective and Islamic perspective. For the conventional perspective, emphasize its historical and archaeological achievement, and for the Islamic, interprets and significance through the lens of religion and regional culture.
The Egyptian civilization has left very big impacts, especially in the conventional world, and they still stand to this day and they still do exist to this day. I would like to share several interesting points in the conventional view of what they have left for us. Number one is architecture and engineering. So the architectural feats of ancient Egypt are very monumental. Like the pyramids, for example. So the pyramids, such as the Great Pyramid of Giza, stand as wonders of precision engineering, achieved with tools and techniques far ahead of their time. We're talking about thousands of years ago. And temples like Karnak and Luxor showcase intricate stone carving and alignment with celestial events, which I will be mentioning briefly later. And they pioneered quarrying, ramp construction, and corbel vaulting, creating structures that have endured eons of times. As for my favorite part, they even gave a lot of impact on writing and literature, which is hieroglyphics. So, Egypt's hieroglyphics writing system was one of humanity's earliest forms of written communication. Hieroglyphics combine pictorial, phonetic symbols, often offering insights to their history, religion, and their daily lives. Like the symbols that you see on the walls, yeah, those are hieroglyphics. And they would write on papyrus, and the innovation allowed knowledge to be documented and shared, influencing later scripts like Greek and Latin. And that's how they preserve some history as well. And texts like the Book of the Dead revealed deep spiritual beliefs. I would like to talk about the Book of the Dead. So the Book of the Dead was not created by a single author, but was rather a collection of spells and instructions compiled over time by Egyptian priests and scribes. So these texts were meant to guide the deceased through the afterlife, ensuring a safe passage and eventual resurrection. Yeah, so they believe in afterlife. So the Book of the Dead, they emerged during the New Kingdom period around 1550 BCE. And the spells in the book though, it contains roots in earlier funerary texts. And it was a personal document for each individual, and it was often tailored to their specific needs. And it was written on the papyrus scrolls. So if you want wealth in your afterlife, then it will be custom made for you, for example. And the text was commonly buried with the dead, so inscribed on their tombs, or even they would be placed in the coffins so that you can bring the book into your afterlife, they say. Lastly, I'll be talking about the impact in art and religion. So, Egyptian art reflected religious devotion and symbolism. So this is Egypt and this is religion. they go hand in hand. They are very important to each other. They're very tied to each other. And statues and carvings of deities like Osiris, Isis, and Ra convey divine presence. I think Ra means god of the sun. Iconic symbols like the Ankh, which means life, and the scarab beetle, which means rebirth, inspire motifs in neighboring civilization. So those symbols have influenced other civilizations as well. And the Egyptian beliefs in the afterlife influenced Greek mystery religions and Roman burial practices, demonstrating the enduring impact of their theological concepts. So with those being said, I would also like to mention the honorable impacts that the civilization has given to us, which is mathematics and astronomy. So Egyptians developed a system of mathematics for architecture, and that's why they can build all those perfect pyramids. And their astronomical knowledge influenced later calendars, including the modern 365-day calendar. So for medicine, they also pioneered medical practices such as surgery, dentistry, pharmacology, and it was documented in the text of Eber's Papyrus. They also pioneered in trade and economy as well. They would like spread goods, culture, and idea across Africa, Mediterranean, and the Near East. So with that, I end my part and we'll move on to the Islamic viewpoint of the impact of Egypt's civilization.
Islamic viewpoint. Religious significance. As Egypt mentioned in the Quran, especially story of Prophet Musa and Pharaoh, symbolizing the consequence of human pride. Prophet Musa mentioned. Musa, a central prophet in Islam, was chosen by Allah to free the children of Israel from the oppressive rule of Pharaoh. Pharaoh is depicted in the Quran as a tyrant who considers himself divine, demanding worship from his people. Musa's mission was to call Pharaoh to monotheism and justice, warning him of Allah if he continued his arrogance and cruelty. In Surah Al-A'raf 103 until 137, Surah Yunus 75 until 92, and Surah Ashura 10 until 68. In the Quran detail how Musa was sent to Pharaoh armed with miracles such as the staff that turned into a serpent, the hand that glowed, and the parting of the Red Sea. Despite these signs, Pharaoh refused to repent, displaying arrogance and pride. Second, cultural continuity. We have to describe how Islamic scholars preserve Egyptian knowledge and documented its history. We mention figures like Al-Makrizi. The efforts of scholars such as Al-Makrizi in documenting history that he tried to record the event that happened in their time, while providing an interpretation based on Islamic perspective. This allows the future generation to understand the context of their history and cultural heritage, while maintaining cultural continuity in Islamic society. In addition, we also preserve knowledge through teaching and writing. They teach knowledge including interpretation of the Quran, Hadith, fiqh, Islamic law, as well as science and philosophy, which are studied and passed down in educational institutions such as madrasa and Islamic university. For example, in Egyptian, the famous Al-Azhar University has become a center for the dissemination of knowledge and also a place where where scholars document and preserve knowledge.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Hikmah binti Abdullah, magic number 2018136, and today I'll be talking to you on ancient Egypt civilization's impact on our modern society. Now, as we all know, the legacy of ancient Egypt continues to not only inspire but also influence our society today. Its art, architecture, and science have left a lasting impact on human civilization. Their pyramids and temples remain popular tourist destination, attracting millions of tourists to Egypt each year. Now, their Egyptian motifs such as the Ankh symbol is often used in popular culture and also in fashion. Now, the Egyptians have made significant advancements in mathematics and astronomy, which have laid the foundation for modern scientific discoveries. Their understanding of medicine and also hygiene has influenced numerous medical practices that we see in our modern society today. Now, the Egyptians have also made significant impact in their belief of the afterlife and their elaborate burial process that we have seen, which has also shaped our understanding of death. The concept of an afterlife and the construction of elaborate tombs are reflected in various cultures and religions around the world. So, to conclude, ancient Egyptian civilization has had a profound and long-lasting impact on today's society. Its achievement in arts, architecture, science, and religion continue to inspire and influence thousands and thousands of people around the world.
For the conclusion, the legacy of ancient Egyptian continues to shape the culture and intellectual tradition of both Eastern and Western civilization. Its profound influence of art, science, and governance. This history serves not only as a testament to human but also as a bridge connecting diverse cultures through shared heritage. Reflecting on the enduring significance of ancient Egyptian remind us of human accomplishment.